Hey guys, today I'm going to tell you the three rules you need to follow before you wipe code any website. The rules are brand DNA, architecture, and SEO format. The rule one is establishing the brand DNA. So what this means is here you choose the color theme of your brand, the fonts you are going to use, the icon styling, the button styling, and all this stuff. So if you look here I created like three logo variations. The font we are going to use for the website, the color palette we are going to use, and deciding on what color is going to be used where. Like we are going to use this color for the text, key text. We are going to use this for primary branding. This is for secondary text. This is for background. This is for minimal rich accent color for subtle background element and things like that. Here we also decide on what kind of iconography we are going to use and what kind of button style we are going to use. So rule one is where you decide on how the website should look like. And the rule two is where you decide about what kind of coding or frameworks we are going to use for the website. So, for example, we have these two frameworks. One is White plus React, another is Next.js. So, White plus React is like a lightweighted version where we use the client-side rendering for the website. So, meaning if you build a website with complex or let's say you added a lot of animation effects, in that case the website will be very slow on the client side because we are using the client side browser computation. The second thing is the Next.js. This is like a React. This is also a React framework, but this is generally used for full stack. So and here we are not going to use client side rendering. Here the website gets rendered first before showing it to the client. And then comes the rule three. Here you decide on the structure of the website, what sections to add and where to add them. Uh, we after the hero section, should we add a problem section or should we add a testimonial section or should we add any stats and all these things. Here you decide on how the flow of the website should be. Hero section, problem section, testimonial section, like this. Here you decide what section follows which section, what the clients see as they scroll through, what is the flow of the website, and all those things gets decided here. So these are the three things you need to do before you build any website or use any vibe coding tool to build a website. So in all these three cases, you can use AI for it. Let's say you don't know what color themes to use and you have a brand logo, just give the logo to the agent and ask it for the recommendations, where you go back and forth for the on deciding the font and color theme. Then for the operations as well, you just need to tell how you plan to make your website. If you have any backend or if you don't have any backend, or this is simply a portfolio or landing page. And for the rule three, you can just tell about give it all the details about your company and all the services you provide, and based on that it will come up with like the structure of your website. So now we are in anti-gravity, which this is the vibe coding tool which I use. So if you look here, I gave it like a very detailed prompt about, I gave it a role, the objective, the reference material, which are our demo logo and the guideline. After I gave it like a tech stack, like the what to use, the framework Next.js, the styling, Tailwind and CSS, icons, the design elements, the headings, the background color, like very detailed prompt about how the whole website should look like. So in this case, you can take the help of like an Claude or ChatGPT, where you just give it like all your things which you decided in rule one and rule two. So let's run it and let's see the output. Hey guys, so our anti-gravity is done with the coding. So let's check how the website looks. This is the website, and as you can see, this website looks very nice for first iteration. Though it needs a lot of correction with this logo. We need to provide it with a logo with no background. We need to change this with actual data. All these are like data it came up with. But I'm really impressed by this hero section. I just told it to create an image for this hero section. This is something it came up with, and this looks very nice. I did not even give it any prompt to create an image. It created by itself. This zero section, I just gave it some text on how what text to add in each section. And overall, for a first iteration, this looks very nice. So always remember, first create your brand guidelines, then select the framework for your website, then create the structure for your website. Like here we have the hero section, then all the badgings, the ratings, the solution, the how it works section, the case studies. So in this way, the output of your first iteration itself would be very nice. After that, you can just do some very little changes. From as far as I know, here the only changes I would need to do is give it a backgroundless logo. This button is not working, so here we would need to add like a form section and connect it with that. Add some real data here and here. So that's it for today, guys. And if you're interested on how to create a website like scrollable storytelling website, you can check out this video. So that's it. Thank you for watching.